Currently, my first clients, I moved them to a managed service contract, so they pay me 8 hours a month for $80 an hour. So that's $640 coming in every month, and that's more than the price of the course and the LLC. So literally, with 1 month for one client, I pay it back entirely, and I still make some money on it. So yes, so I'm actually French and I live now in South Korea. I've been in Korea for about 10 years, so it's been quite a long time by now. And after I got into Salesforce, I started looking for potential clients in Korea, but also in my home country in France, and obviously in US, because this is I think where are the most job located. So and really it doesn't matter where you are from or which time zone you are in usually. I'm French, I'm in Korea, but I work with a couple of American clients, and actually it works pretty well. They work during the day. At the end of their day, they send me what I have to do. I do it the next day, and then when they wake up, it's ready. So it works very well. And if you work a couple of hours for them and it really brings some value, they have no interest to let you go. And as you go along, you understand more about the process, and you become really an asset, no matter where you are or no matter where you are from. Yeah, if it doesn't work in your job, in your markets, you have to go somewhere else. In the US, there are so many jobs. There are so many Salesforce jobs. I feel like there are more jobs than actually positions. So if you want to be serious about it, setting up a structure, it's not very expensive, but it shows that you are really committed to your job and to your passion, your Salesforce passion. So I think for me, it was a no-brainer opening an LLC. It shows that I'm ready to take clients in US. I can build them from a proper structure. And it puts more confidence in my clients, and it doesn't cost a lot of money to do this. For foreigner, you can open your LLC in any state. However, if you plan to remain remote, I think there are 3 states that work quite well. I think one is Nevada, the other one is Wyoming, and I forgot the third one. But for some reason, I chose to establish my LLC in Wyoming, and I think it's about 150 per year. I mean, again, it's the LLC is a 2-hour contract. Your course is a 6-hour contract. One day of work, you've paid back everything, so it's easy. Currently, my first clients, I moved them to a managed service contract, so they pay me 8 hours a month for $80 an hour. So that's $640 coming in every month. And that's more than the price of the course and the LLC. So literally, with 1 month for one client, I pay it back entirely, and I still make some money on it. So 2 years ago, I found a client that needed somebody to do data imports and exports. And they paid me not very well for that. I think it was about 25 USD per hour, which was okay in the beginning when you only do data imports. But then progressively, I think they gained trust in my ability to improve their org. So they asked me more and more complicated tasks. And eventually, a year and a half later, I was still doing some Apex work, making triggers for them for about $30 an hour. Which was really not enough. Now I've looked at your course, and of course now $30 is ridiculous. So I told them, listen, you need to increase my fee, and they increased it by a little bit, but still it wasn't enough. And then last year, while I was in the process of certifying myself, I was studying on a Focus on Force, and I stumbled across an ad for your course. So I thought this is a chance for me to really take this to the next level. So I took the course, and then I realized that I should really market myself at really higher rates. So fast forward, I put my LLC together, and I told my clients, I can't accept $35 an hour anymore. It's gonna have to be $80 from next year, so starting this year. And surprisingly, they went for it. They said, it's fine. Yeah, you bring a lot of value, and really $80 an hour is nothing for what you do. So I was quite happy. But I think really what helped me a lot is your course, because before that I had no idea what was my value on the market. I would have stayed at $30 an hour if I hadn't taken your class. Other things also, I was stuck in looking for jobs on Upwork, but really Upwork is not a very good place to look for ads, because there is so much competition, and the rates are really driven really, really low. and understanding that there were a lot of jobs in the US that were available for people like me. That was a really big realization. And then going through the course, I realized that I should really take my practice to the next level. So I started looking around LLCs, but I wasn't too confident in the beginning because I'm not American and I don't live in the States, so it seemed very difficult. But looking into that, I realized that it's actually possible for foreigners to open an LLC. So I opened my LLC, and on the back of that, I also requested for an EIN number. This took a bit of time. I think it took about 2 months and a half. And then with that number, I was able to go to some of these online banks and open a business bank account. So I think I started everything in October last year, and by Christmas last year, everything was completed. So I had my entire structure set up, running and ready to charge my clients. I still work in my company, and I'm not planning to quit the job. I like the job very much, but I think Salesforce is still going to be a hobby for me. And it's a nice side income. So I'm not planning to do it full time. But I think having 1 or 2 clients on the side is nice financially, and it's nice to bring value to clients. So the first clients I secured was and still is a fairly small company. I think there are 20-25 users. And I think that's really a sweet spot, because if you work for a company with over 100, 200 employees, they're going to want you to be in the same time zone because they're going to have pressing needs. You're going to have to be there to fix things. And I didn't want to be too much stressed because of that. So I think a smaller structure, 20, 25 employees, they don't have any urgent needs. And it doesn't matter if you are in the same time zone or not. As I mentioned, my clients work currently on the East Coast. So they finish their day when I start mine. And then, I have the entire day to really do what they want, and it's never more than 1 or 2 hours of work. So I can do my day job, I can go home, I work 1 or 2 hours on their requests, and then I go to bed, they wake up, and it's ready for them. So, and sometimes I got requests, from my client on Thursday, and then I'll tell them, I'm a little bit busy tomorrow, I'll do this over the weekend. And usually they're fine with that, as long as it's ready by Monday morning that time. I've got my entire weekend. I can spend a couple of hours Saturday, Sunday to do this. Not too much pressure, and then it's done, and they're happy with that. So it works perfectly. You can really put your hours as you want. You don't have to do it immediately, and I like that about the job. Yeah, I learned a lot through the course. So I think the most important thing I learned is really my value. I was too focused on finding jobs on Upwork, and they would pay rates to $5 to $20 an hour, which is nothing. But then after I took the class, I started looking at different places, LinkedIn, Indeed. I started looking at yearly salaries, and then I realized that $30, $35 an hour, it's nothing. I should never be charging that. And that really helped me build my confidence. And I was sure that I was bringing value to my clients. So I thought, there's no reason why they shouldn't pay me $80 an hour. So now currently my 2 clients are paying me $80 an hour. And a year ago I thought this was a lot, but now I realize that I do some Apex work for them, I do some triggers, and I still think now 80 is a little bit low, so I might actually increase that next year. I'll have to see. So really the course boosted my confidence. It also helped me look for jobs in places I didn't think about. I was really focused on Upwork, but LinkedIn is great for finding jobs. As you mentioned many times, it's really important to network with people, to keep in touch with them. I think I have to improve on that a little bit, but I think this is really important. When they need you, they know you are around, and they can just ask you to do some work for you. So that's great. Also, there are plenty of documents that are really useful from the course, like the business process review, requirement and design overview, all the contract documents. It's very easy. I don't have to do them myself. I can just take your templates and put my name on it and the name of my company. So that works great. One thing also that was a huge eye-opener it's the managed service contracts. This is genius. I never thought this was possible before. Like charging an amount of hour, but you might not use them all. I think this is really, really good. And I'm really happy I learned about that because I would have never come up with that myself. Referrals. I never thought about asking my current clients to give me referrals, but after looking at your course, I thought this is a very good idea. Asking them for intro in exchange for a discount on the coming 10 hours or 5 hours, so I don't know. It's plenty of small things that I didn't think about and that really make sense now, but didn't before. And on top of that, there is a community that's growing every day. I think all these people are like me. They're willing to learn how to find more clients. They want to bring value to their customers. It's very supportive. It's not competitive at all. People want each other to succeed. So I really like that. You can ask questions about a specific process. Builder in Salesforce, you can ask questions about business process, recommend tools to do something, and always somebody has an answer. So it's very useful to have these people being able to answer any question. Yeah, of course, you can figure everything by yourself, but it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of trial and error. But by taking the course, as I mentioned, you can pay it back in not even a month. So if you're serious and you know that you are going to like this and this is what you want to do for the next couple of years, yeah, absolutely take the course, and within a month it pays back for itself.